Hello and welcome to And They Call Us Monsters, the 7 Deadly Questions. Today we're going to be going over, as always, unwritten sins. We have the 7 Deadly Questions. And in this case, it's for the Kickstarter And They Call Us Monsters. A bonus for this as well is that you guys are seeing for the first time the cover for And They Call Us Monsters. And if you'll notice, they're actually sitting around looking at the promotional cover that confirms that this book was a project of Earth, which I think is really cool. We're going to do the same format we normally do. I answer 7 questions, and while I answer them, you guys will get a sneak peek of this. Fantastic book, and you can see Jax, which recently got funded, and we're going to begin issue number 2 very shortly. So the first question is, what is the goal and why the amount? All right, and with And They Call Us Monsters, I definitely wanted a more modest amount. The project came together relatively easy. I don't like going to Kickstarter and using Kickstarter as something that's like a bank account or an ATM. And with this book, despite it being 32 pages, I thought a realistic amount and a good amount for it was the goal of 800. All that goes to printing outside of the rewards, and I'm hopefully going to be able to send some copies to my team using that. I don't ever ask on Kickstarter for people to pay for the art. It's always an idea of printing, and in this case, 800 is around half of the printing cost. So I thought that was fair to ask for that. And of course, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. You know, I'd love to make more over the goal, but I'll be just thrilled to make the goal. Why is this project important to you? Because I think it gives a throwback to the classic storytelling that we assume we understand what monsters are. We assume we know people by how they might look or stories we've heard of them, and then we find out, if we're open-minded enough, that these people aren't what we think they are. And we're calling them monsters because of things that we don't necessarily understand about them. And that's a dangerous thing. And I wanted to expose that. Now, the reason we're going through Kickstarter on the third question is because I think there's a fantastic opportunity to help drive down the costs for creators on Kickstarter. And being able to have your support helps me continue to create. Creating comics isn't cheap. This is my first official year being able to go to shows and all that. And anyone who's gone to shows knows it takes forever to build the proper fan base. And we did most of the year with just one book. We only just got Jax. And I mean, we're hoping to unveil Jax officially at the Tampa Bay MegaCon. Now, the one thing I do want to say about this right now is we're skimming through it. You're seeing the origins and you're seeing the story being set up. And the next question is, will this be an ongoing series? And honestly, that's up to you guys. The more support we see, the more support we have, we will revisit this for a second issue. As of right now, it's told its story and it left it open for another one. But it doesn't have to have. This could be a one-shot. And originally, this was only planned to be a one-shot, but me and the artist really fell in love with this. So we want to see another issue, honestly. We're excited to see the feedback, to hear the feedback. We had 30 people read it before we even went to Kickstarter, and those 30 people all gave us positive reviews about the story and the art. I think it's awesome. I really did like creating this. It was a fun time, so I'd like to see it continue. How important are your stretch goals? My stretch goals are never important. I don't ask for that. I don't have stretch goals really. When it does any Kickstarter, I ask for the amount I want. If we make over it and I feel like I can add value, trust me, I'll add value instantly. And one of the things that I did for this Kickstarter was I tried to add value to some of the reward tiers. And there really are some great rewards. And this is like my thank you to the fans. And I don't think I'll ever do a Kickstarter with these many incentives in it. So if you wanted an incentive for me, this is the Kickstarter. Honestly, not even kidding. I'm not joking. This is the Kickstarter to get some cool stuff. We have T-shirts and comic books. I mean, you're getting like last day Comic-Con deals online. I tried this out on this Kickstarter. I'm kind of kicking myself for putting so many and making the prices so low because, again, this is a 32-page comic book. So I think I kind of screwed up with the pricing of it. But you guys can more than free to take advantage of it. I encourage you to, as a matter of fact. I do want to make this goal. If I saw this project pretending it wasn't my project, what would I think about it and how would I react to it and why? Honestly, I think that one of the first things that I would be drawn into is the art because I was really, really impressed with the art that I was getting from my co-creator of this, the artist, because I call him a co-creator because he inspired me. You know, I did all the heavy lifting as far as the writing goes, but he inspired me to write the story. So, you know, you got to give him the credit that he's also a co-creator in this. And it is a fantastic story. His art didn't fit from the original comic book idea we were talking about making, which was about superheroes. I didn't feel like the superheroes would come off very strong with this unique art style, but I instantly wanted to write a monsters book. And I had no clue what I wanted to do because I never wanted to write a monsters book until I saw his art. He inspired me, hands down. All because of him, I wrote this book. So if I saw this book, I'd be interested because his art inspired me. And I would definitely read this book. And if I read this book, I'm not even like kidding with you, I think that this would blow my mind and I would love it because it would be a throwback to things I love. And that was something very cool. The bonus question is I get to give you guys my pitch for And They Call Us Monsters. So here it is. And They Call Us Monsters, to me, is very much a tale like Scooby-Doo was at one point, where it shows you there's a difference between what we assume and what is real. It also reminds me a little bit of Grumpy Old Men, in a way that you have all these quote unquote monsters trying to just, I mean, live their lives and just enjoy retirement. They're all at that age, and you know, once you read the story, you might find out that, you know, it's not necessarily that they're old enough for retirement, but they're all just trying to live their life in a retirement community. Stein, who's our Frankenstein, who's based upon Frankenstein, with the idea that Frankenstein is his own monster. Drac is Dracula. He has a family disorder, which explains it. They're the two older ones. Mr. Mum, who's based on the Mummy, is a little younger. He's not exactly at retirement, but he has made enough money to retire. I haven't revealed how. There is a funny twist about that, but I haven't revealed it yet. As far as other characters that will be reoccurring, there is going to be 2 other characters that you guys are going to get to meet, and you're not even going to realize that you're meeting one of them yet, which will be interesting until the last page. So, I mean, look, this is something that I am very proud of creating. Fetish Baby spoke to something that I was very involved with. Writing a story about my son wasn't hard. This is the first opportunity that you guys are getting to see me write something out of the blue. This is really something that just came to me, and I had no plan for it. This wasn't planned very well, as the Kickstarter shows. But that doesn't mean I'm not passionate about it. This one came really easy to me. And easy became something that I obsessed about during the editing process. I wanted it to be perfect. And as I edited it, I fell more in love with the story, and I thought it was so much more powerful. And I really want you guys to join me on this journey, and I think that you'll enjoy it. That's my pitch, guys. Please join in with me and celebrate the fact that we can't always judge a book by its cover. I do appreciate all the support in advance, and you know, I really am excited to get this funded and start in issue number 2, maybe. Check it out. It's on Kickstarter now until Monday, September 10th at midnight. So time is running out.